EISENDRACHE 2 in Black Ops Cold War Zombies matters. What are you talking about? EISENDRACHE, one of my favorite maps of all time. What do you mean in Black Ops Cold War Zombies? You mean it's being remastered in Black Ops Cold War Zombies? You mean just the elements of it are coming back? You mean that it's been confirmed? So I want to go through all of that within this video. I saw this from Noah J. He actually played a custom zombies map called Der Hafen. I'll leave a link down to it below. He titled the YouTube stream EISENDRACHE 2, and I was very interested. I watched the gameplay, and it was a pretty solid map. For a custom zombies map, it's a solid looking map, full length, Easter egg, all different stuff, elements from EISENDRACHE, kind of a loosely remade version of it. So check that map down below. I'll leave a link to the Steam download. But for this video here, I want to talk about EISENDRACHE 2 because a developer, a Treyarch developer, actually said when Black Ops Cold War Zombies was first announced that he is the one who did the gameplay design for the original EISENDRACHE back in Black Ops 3, and he's saying they've made one of the best zombies maps and mode for a new Treyarch game in such a long time, and he's using his credentials as the EISENDRACHE gameplay design developer for that, and we'll talk all about that. We'll go through what exactly they could bring from EISENDRACHE to make Die Maschine and the rest of the Black Ops Cold War Zombie DLC maps great, to make every map a classic. There's a lot to go through here, so definitely, if you're new, would like to subscribe for more Black Ops Cold War content, be sure to subscribe. We're getting very close to 60,000 subscribers. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and let's get started here with the video. So the tweet up on screen from Drew, he says this responding to the Die Maschine reveal trailer we got a couple of weeks ago. I am not exaggerating when I say that I think Cold War will have the best zombies mode we've made, and I did much of the gameplay design on EISENDRACHE. So that is a bold statement. Again, they know that EISENDRACHE is one of the most popular fan favorite maps out of Black Ops 3, maybe in all time. I mean, EISENDRACHE really is a popular map for so many people. Definitely one of my top 3 favorite maps of all time. And we have to look at EISENDRACHE because if he's saying Cold War Zombies is going to be like this, there's a lot of different elements of EISENDRACHE that were done very well. And if they bring that over into Cold War with new features alongside of that, I mean, we could be in for such a good year. I want to break down what features they could exactly bring from EISENDRACHE into Cold War Zombies and how that could help Cold War Zombies Die Maschine. We're talking in terms of the Pack-a-Punch, the wonder weapons, the map layout, and the main Easter egg. Those are the most important pillars for me. If you guys have any other features from EISENDRACHE that you want them to expand upon for Die Maschine and the rest of the DLC season, let me know down below. And there is a good chance that he's just saying this to hype us all up, and obviously that's probably the case here, but I do want to look into this because they know what they did well back in Black Ops 3, they know what they did wrong in Black Ops 4, so with their experience, Black Ops Cold War Zombies, I think they're going to make amends on the mistakes they've made and try to craft and perfect the Zombies game mode this time around. The developers seem pretty genuine about listening to the community, helping us out, and making a good game, so hopefully that is the case. Now, like I said, EISENDRACHE had a bunch of main features that it did very well. The map layout is the one thing that actually is kind of known for Die Maschine, at least based on the trailer. We don't know the full layout of every door you could open, but if you look at what we saw in the trailer and compare it to EISENDRACHE, you could see a bunch of different similarities in some sort of case. The starting rooms are both fairly large. There are a bunch of different ways you can actually go around the map, at least in terms of EISENDRACHE. You have the castle, outside of the castle in the courtyard, inside of the castle on the main floor, below the castle and all the different factory rooms and different stuff like that, the rocket launch area, and then from Die Maschine, you have outside on the frozen forest area, and then you have above the factory in Nocturne Toten, the remake there, and then you have below the factory all of these different elements, these different sceneries, the different areas in the same map, and they definitely have a similar vibe, both snowy maps as well. Both map layouts seem to be different in all areas, versatile, easy to access, not too difficult to traverse. I mean, they both seem pretty similar in that sense. Also, with the wonder weapons, the Easter egg, definitely hard to tell. EISENDRACHE, obviously the main thing there. The 4 bows, just like we saw with Origins, the 4 staffs. Are we going to see a similar theme in Die Maschine, and especially throughout Cold War Zombies? Are they going to do the route of 4 main wonder weapons for Die Maschine and potentially 4 main wonder weapons for each DLC map? But let me know what you guys think about that down below. That's more of a recent phenomenon, but I do think it is very possible. It is more of a casual, friendly type of thing where obviously you guys get it. Everyone playing in the lobby, if you're playing 3 or 4 players or 2 players even, everyone can get their own wonder weapon. So it's not like the one person has the wonder weapon and everyone else is missing out. If for a casual perspective, I mean, I get that. And also, it's kind of cool if the 4 main wonder weapons are really sick and there's all different elements to it. I don't want them to do the same thing as EISENDRACHE and the same thing as Origins. Obviously, we saw in the trailer, there's some sort of jet gun that's shooting out this blue element, this blue liquid. Could it be that there's 4 jet guns in total and there's 4 different elements that you can get from these jet guns that give us different abilities? That is very possible. That's most likely the case, but do we want something slightly different and we don't want just the element route that they always do? EISENDRACHE was a bit different, obviously. I guess not exactly elements. They had lightning, fire, wolf, and shadow, but if they do something like that, I think that would be pretty solid, and it was a good feature, a part of EISENDRACHE that made it a great and just overall well-liked map because everyone can get their wonder weapon. The wonder weapons were kind of overpowered, really good, really fun to use. So all of those features EISENDRACHE did well, most likely will be brought over into Die Maschine and maybe even the rest of Cold War Zombies. Now the main Easter egg is obviously something we don't exactly know about yet. There's a lot of different things leading up into Die Maschine. The Dark Ether is a new element here. Samantha returning is obviously very interesting. The Apothicons, the Keepers coming together. There's a lot of talk about that. I mean, Dr. Monty, the Shadow Man coming back as well. So there's definitely a lot that they need to discuss within this Easter egg. It's going to be a grand Easter egg. They're going to start off with a bang. They're definitely going to start off strong. I mean, it is important for them to do that because there is so much competition nowadays with Warzone being so popular. They want zombies to actually have a place in the game. I think they want zombies to do well. People just need to actually play it and enjoy it. So Die Maschine, the Easter egg, is going to be very solid. We're going to see a lot of different stuff with EISENDRACHE as well. One of the first maps, I'm pretty sure the first map that we actually saw an official boss battle arena type of deal. So I definitely think that's a standard. We're going to see that return into the game in some sort of way, and it's going to be grand. It's going to be epic. It's not going to be the end of the storyline by no means. It's not going to be the end of the Dark Ether, but it will tell us a lot about how the rest of the Cold War Zombie storyline will continue. EISENDRACHE did a lot well. There really wasn't a bad feature, a bad part of EISENDRACHE. I mean, really the only complaint could be that it's kind of easy, but sometimes with the Panzer on the map as well. I mean, if the Panzer wasn't on EISENDRACHE, it'd be such an easy map, but with the Panzer on the map, it actually makes it kind of difficult, and overall, it's just one of the best maps you could ever play for a little bit of a challenge, but a really fun time. Die Maschine, taking these factors, what made EISENDRACHE great, what made especially the map layout, the developer here, Drew, talking about the gameplay design of EISENDRACHE, everything that went into developing this map, getting those elements into Die Maschine, obviously with a new setting, new wonder weapons, but still to the vibe of EISENDRACHE, you know, focusing on what EISENDRACHE did well, bringing that over into Die Maschine, and maybe the rest of the, you know, Cold War Zombie maps. That would be such a good thing, and hopefully they model Cold War Zombies after EISENDRACHE. Now, obviously, I want new content, I want new maps, I want new locations, I want them to add new stuff, and they're definitely going to focus on that, but they do need to make a solid Zombies experience. They can't go too out of the way, too insane, too completely different to Zombies, because people still want to play classic Treyarch Zombies, and at least nowadays, a good classic Treyarch Zombies experience, which it doesn't seem right for me to say this because I remember when this map was releasing, I remember making YouTube videos when this map released, but it's been 5 years, it's been 4 years, so a good classic Zombies experience at this point is EISENDRACHE. Bringing back the vibe of EISENDRACHE is just the move. It's the best thing for them to do. So if they're setting up the stage for all of these EISENDRACHE elements, the wonder weapons, the map layout, all of this different stuff to come within Die Maschine, we're in, I'm pretty sure, for a good year. Obviously, too early to confirm anything here, and we'll see what the map is like when we actually play it and get more information, gameplay on it. But as of now, I'm confident. I mean, it seems like they're really going hard. They know what they did right, and if they're even mentioning EISENDRACHE based on this tweet here and based on what they're going to be doing for Cold War Zombies, I think we're in for a good year. So let me know down below, what do you guys think about this? Leave your comments, your opinions. What features do you want within Cold War Zombies? Leave a comment below, zombies. If you watch the whole video, it is greatly appreciated as always, and I will see you guys in the next video or live stream. Goodbye.